Hello YouTube. I'm getting a bit of a late start here. Um, just working on making sure everything is set up. I don't have my pivots set up, so I probably won't be able to trade the very open right there. You know, the first couple of minutes anyway. I need to get my pivots set up before I start trading. So we might get some interesting movement right away here. We came up so far in the last session. We might get some downward movement right here at the open. Anyway, let me get the screen up so we can see what's going on here. 1 second. All right, there we go. Hello. Um, Let me see here. Just trying to get everything going here as much as possible before the market opens in just a couple of minutes. Okay. We're live on the site. Now we're just going to wait for the market to open to get our pivots up. We don't have time to calculate them on the spreadsheet right now. So let's just kind of see what happens here. And then we'll come back and do a little analysis. Once I have everything set up, let's just get the market open here first, see where things stand. Got less than a minute for that to happen. Who knows, maybe we'll shoot up at first rather than down. But my instinct says maybe coming down a bit. Okay, about 10 seconds. Let's see what we have. Three, two, 1, 0. Boom. Slightly up and bang down. Little whipsaw there, little whipsaw. All right, let's get the stats panel sorted out. a new day, new session, Asia session, Sunday the 24th, 6 p.m. in New York, and of course, Monday the 25th, 8 a.m. in Sydney, where the market has just opened. All right, not too much exciting happened right there. Let's get everything set up here so we can have a nice little trading session. There's Tono.
What's good, brother?
Hey, Tono.
Good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right.
What's happening? I think the market just opened, right?
Yep. Nothing too much going on right now. Coming down a little bit, actually.
Okay. So where we at? 70. Okay, waiting on TradingView to open. Give us some real numbers. How's your weekend, man?
It's been okay. A little hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have time to get my charts set up before the market opened, so I'm scrambling now to get my pivots all on my chart and everything.
All right. Let's see what we got. We got tiny support on the daily pivot that's holding. Like 69. Let's see what happens.
Pivots sorted out. All right, so the DR3, I might as well set it up over here. All right, the DR3 is at 34.50.44. DR2, 34.14.54. DM4, 34.03.79. DR1, 33.93.04. DM3, 33.75.09. Daily pivot, 33.57.14. DM2, 33.46.39. DS1, 33.35.64. DM1, 33.17.69. DS2, 32.99.74. The DS3, 32.78.24. Okay, now let's do the weeklies.
When is TradingView open? At 5 minutes after?
3 or 5 minutes after, I don't know. It's a Wanda. I don't think it's TradingView. I think it's a Wanda.
Right.
All right, WR3, 34.63.69. WR2, 34.21.16. WM4, 34.08.76. For WM4 comes WR1. WR1, 33.96.35. WR1 and the MR1 in the same spot.
Yep.
Pivot 33.53.82. M2 33.41.42. WS1 29.01. WM1 33.07.75. WS2 648. WS3 261.67. All right, my pivots are in their proper places.
All right, good.
We're back to 5 minute. No, that's the 1 minute. All right, now I want to get my fixed range volume profile in the right place. What?
Support on the 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15 minute Akinashi.
Right. Oh yeah, it's come down. I've been able to watch because I've been.
Yeah. It's stuck at 67 though.
Yeah.
If we could break that, those supports, we might be going down. But I actually think we're gonna head back up to the 34, 3,500 zone.
Yeah.
Maybe not today, definitely not today, but I think that's where we're gonna wind up.
I'll be right back.
Mhm.
You feel better this weekend?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little better. I'm gonna gotta make an appointment on Monday to try and get into this cardiologist, which he's booked up for almost 2 months.
Ooh,
But my doctor said he put a call into on Monday to see if he can open up for me. And I'm going to try and do some ACE inhibitors and beta blockers to avoid surgery first.
yeah,
And if that doesn't work, then I'll probably wind up having surgery. But hopefully it's just medications again.
right.
I've been off of them for years, and I shouldn't have gotten off of them, but I just didn't feel I needed them.
Right.
Duh.
Uh-huh.
You know.
So do you think the not being on the medication has made it worse, or it just hasn't really affected it much?
You know what, man? I don't think it made it worse. I just think that as I get older, things that bothered me a little bit bothers you more. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And things get weaker as you get older. And maybe if I had stayed on my, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe the longer you're on the medication, the less it's effective,
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that was a good thing that I haven't been on them. Um, but I'm feeling better. So, feeling much better than I did a couple of days ago when my blood pressure, when I was down at 40, I was like, what the hell,
Right. Right.
That was a horrible feeling, a scary feeling, but I'm normal now. So, um, you know,
Yeah.
I got my wife waking me up twice, 2 or 3 times during the night. Yeah, I'm telling on you.
Yeah. What does she wake you up for?
Check on me. I said, if you check on me and I'm dead, what good is it? Let me sleep. If you wake me up, now I gotta try and get back to sleep. If you checked on me and I was dead, it could wait till the morning. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I'm gonna check on you. I said, no, don't check on me. Leave me. Leave me alone. It's like you checking on me and I ain't answering you. That means I'm in a better place. It's hard for me to get back to sleep once I wake up.
Yeah. 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 Me too.
I have a rough time falling back. So I'm like, just let me sleep.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. We're probably gonna get nothing tonight, but We got a slow week actually. I think Thursday and Friday we might have some news, but other than that, um, we might have a slow week. I think this week, since we're getting ready to go into Labor Day,
Yeah.
uh, we I know you've already been doing it, but I think what I'm going to start doing is staying on until a certain hour, like from we get on until maybe 10:30, 11,
Yeah.
right? No matter what it's doing, right? If it's slow, stay in it, because it's been too many days that I walked away and something happened at
Yeah.
10:15,
Yeah. It seems to happen a little
10:30.
later. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start hanging out for the entire session, just to see,
Yeah.
start preparing for September, because it might not happen. Nothing might not happen this week, but start preparing for it as if we had clients that are in
Yeah.
paying. You know. Unless I'm not feeling well, of course. Other than that, I think it's time to start treating it like it's active.
Yeah, unless it's just so slow again. I mean, this week is probably going to be pretty slow. The only news I see is on Thursday, right?
I think we got one Friday too.
Oh, Friday. What do we got? Yeah. Right.
Right.
GDP. No. PC core PCE.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if we don't do it this week, I'll start it next week. But I think it's time to start now, because we're getting ready to go into the season again. We're out of
Yeah.
the summer.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll wait until next week. We'll see. You know. I also think what we should do is you should put a timer
Uh huh.
that after a certain many minutes, you or I need to be speaking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To keep people active
Yeah.
and what's the word?
Engaged.
Engaged. Yeah.
Yeah.
We shouldn't let so much time go by without engaging them.
Yeah.
Even if it is slow, even if we're just talking about something,
Yeah.
we start giving them drop some knowledge on them some way.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard. Not so when it's boring, it's not as hard for me because I could just start talking. But
Right.
when the market is moving and I'm fixated on the chart and I'm like in the
Yeah.
zone, that's hard for it's hard for me to talk.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to at that point, because we're
Yeah.
all trading. Everybody should be zoning at that point.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
we should all be on top of it.
Yeah.
It's when we let so much space go without any conversation,
Yeah.
they're not engaged. They're more likely to drop off.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
or maybe you can start posting. They have any questions, to see if anybody starts throwing any questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Start
I think
engaging
I
them
think I
that
think
way.
what we need to do here in September is get some people. You know, I think we need some people 3 months room for free or something, so we get our first, our first with people in there. Because it's
Right.
just you, me, and Rock. Nobody else shows up. Um, so we need to get a few more people in there, and so maybe we give a few months of room away to some people.
Right. Okay.
Or we try to get uh, Jeff back, or Alvin or
Yeah.
Alden or somebody like that to come.
Yeah,
to,
we'll
to
get them back. Yeah. Plus, my book should be ready in the next day or two, and once I get that, I'm gonna throw something behind it to advertise it, and the book is gonna be that link to the site,
Right.
to your Barcelona.
Right.
Hopefully, that'll bring a couple of people too.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Experimenting with a couple new indicators here on the 10-second chart.
Say that again.
I'm experimenting with a couple new indicators on the 10-second chart. Both of them
Okay.
related to volume. One is it's called what is it called? Hang on. One of them's called the top one here is called volume delta, and the other one is
Okay.
cumulative volume delta. So I've been kind of understanding how, what I'm looking for here. So the two types of trades that I'm taking on futures for the next couple of weeks are the one that we've always been doing, which is kind of the breakout,
Right.
catch the breakout, and the other one, the opposite of that, catching the rebound off of the level rather than the break through the level.
Right. There's an indicator I've been playing with. I'll tell you what it is. It's called tell you in 1 second. It's an RSI indicator, but it's got something else connected to it. It's RSI Momentum Divergence Zones by Chart Prime.
Okay.
You should check it out.
Okay.
Means we're trying to break those supports on the 1 minute and 5 minute. Still kind of on the 15 minute. Gold and dollar both weak.
Yeah. until we play.
Until we go. Exactly.
not enough strength differential between gold and the dollar really for any for a trade in any direction to make sense.
Yeah, and there's no value behind it either.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a dead day. I'm coming back tomorrow. I'll be with you at 7:30 in the morning. Um, we have to. I think tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it next week, but I think I'm just going to concentrate on um, spot for a week because
Yeah.
I got to build my accounts back up. I haven't put any money in them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, playing around with futures. So we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Have a
All right, brother.
see ya.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
night, man.
All right, we've got 1 minute now for the 7 p.m. candle. Depending on what happens, price will swing low. Might take a trade. We push through. Be a short. We bounce. Long. It will depend on pricing once we get there. So I guarantee I'll take any trade. But depending on what happens, there could be a trade here. Or not if we don't get below this little spot where we're sitting now. Okay, that was a, that could have been a trade right there, perhaps, if that continues up. But this was not our advantage. Our advantage was here. So until we get down here and react, and in fact, now that we have this support here, which could turn into resistance, even sure that a break up from here would be worth taking, because we could just run into resistance right here. Yeah, that would have been a nice inch-week trade. But we were not at our advantage point. Okay, now we are at a significant level here. I'll take a long, but I won't take a short. Something worth watching if it comes back down here to this swing low. Range.
This is so boring.
Indeed, it is boring. Nothing's going on here. This is a dead market. I need to see something happen. If not, might have to call it because it's just an exercise in utility. We have seen really no volume in the market, speak of, no real strength differential between the dollar and gold. Gold is a bit stronger right now. Seems to I don't know. I'd like trying to go up, at least here on the 10-second. You see we're in a little bit of an uptrend. Go over here to the 1-minute chart, though we're in a downtrend, and on the 5-minute chart, we're in a slightly downtrend. But, you know, the market hasn't been open enough to really establish a trend of anything. We're down just a little bit here as soon as the market opened. We've been consolidating for the last hour. Yeah, really. And so we have the dollar that is, I don't know, pretty sideways, but you know, at least pushing up a little. Pretty sideways, I guess. A little bit of an upswing. The yields sideways. VIX came down on Friday, so we're down here at 14.8. No volatility in the market. This is just, you know, there's really, if price could break below these supports on the 1 minute, then we might have, you know, something going on. But I guess that kind of goes the same way. If price break above these resistances, you know, something could happen. But until something like that happens, there's just nothing to trade here. You know, I'd like to see price down here to this swing on the future chart and bounce. I would take a long here. Probably wouldn't take a short here because still that swing low is this resistance right here, or sorry, this support right here. But we have this support here right below it, so I probably wouldn't want to take a sell into this other support, especially with the low volume that we have tonight. But if we got here and it took a decisive bounce, I would take a long off of about 33.65. But again, have to wait and see what price action is telling us once we get down to that level. You know, what we're looking for is, you know, whatever trade is, once we get there, we look for what I have calling leapers. Leapers are kind of my quick shorthand for when I decide if I'm going to take a trade or not. Is it the right level? Is it a clean level? Is the push either through it or off of it clean, like this one is right here? You can see we are, you can see that price bounced off of this level here. It's a clean bounce. Now, this isn't what I would call a clean enough level. This isn't a, you know, it is a support right here, but it's not a strong enough or a prominent enough support zone for you to want to take a buy off of that. And even coming back, it's just not, it's not a strong level. Get me here to the swing low. That's something we can talk about. Get me up here to this resistance that we've come across. You know, we've hit that twice. I guess just a little bit below it, but you know, basically it's the same. It's the same area. Get me up here and push down off of it again, or push through it, and that might be a trade. Again, the push through it might have the same problem here. Get up here to this top resistance. If it bounces down, that's a trade, but if it pushes through, we've got another resistance right there. So probably not something I want to take unless momentum is just on fire at that point, and I don't see that happening at all during the session tonight. Let's look at this at the 1 minute Hakanashi chart here on trading view. Same idea. Here's our resistance. We want to get to that and maybe bounce off of it, or our support down here. Is this the swing low? Let me think about this for a second. Yeah. So I think that one coincides with this one. Can't tell for sure right now because we might be able to tell for sure. Got this chart up here. Let's see. No, can't sure right now. But I think that this low is this area right here. So we get down here, push off it. Great. Yeah, that's right. So anyway, I was talking about over here. Get a real push in the session. Of course, my sessions recently are session and the Asia session, so we need to be within the active hours of those sessions. And frankly, the active hours of the Asia session don't really start until 8 p.m. New York time, which is still about 21 minutes away. But on Sundays, we make a little bit of exception because the market opens at 6. And you've had the weekend where geopolitical, economic news can impact the way gold opens, and sometimes there's a lot of exciting movement right at the beginning of the session at 6. There was today. So these first 2 hours are just kind of sit and cope, sit on your hands. Anyway, and the safe leash means, look, there can't be so much volatility that I can't get profit before it triggers my stop loss. I have a very tight stop loss here on futures, about 12, about $100 on one standard contract, and that can come very fast. If there's just a little volatility and it moves against you before it moves in your favor, it can take out my stop loss. So I need to make sure that the level is clean, the push is real, I'm in the session that I need to be trading, and that I've got a safe enough leash to get at least 12 ticks in my favor, not against me. So because of the PRS, I call them leapers. Okay. Let's say it's coming back down. Come on, bring me down here to the swing low. See if we've got enough oomph to get us down there. Now this, if we've got price action as we move here, well, maybe trade down the swing low before we back off of it. But you know what I'm thinking? I'm looking at this here on the 1 minute. How can I on trade view? So here's our swing low. No, that's not the swing low. That's the little support right here. So the swing low is right at this level here. So you know, I don't think that's too much of a zone. We're in this blue box. Even if we come down here, I'm not going to trade down to the swing low. I'm going to wait for the swing low and see if we push through it or bounce off. If we push through it, there's no trade for me there. If we bounce off, I'll go long. Not even coming down there. We're just, yeah, still kind of dilly-dallying around at this level. Nobody wants to be doing this at this time of night. Come on. I don't mean this, trading. Of course we want to be doing that. I mean, we don't want to be doing this. What's going on here on this chart? If we look at this on the 1 minute here, it's just kind of chopping around, and that's nothing we want to be involved in. You can see it even more clearly here on the 5 minute over here. Just chopping around. Here on the 1 minute. Just different ways of looking at the same information. Yeah, it's just moving sideways. There's no trade there. Same here on the 5 minute. No trade there. No matter how you slice it and dice it and look at it here, there is nothing to do on gold right now. Say it with me. Oh, look at that. Suddenly, Suddenly it pushed to the upside. Now, this was the level that we're talking about, getting right up to here. Now we have pushed through it. What in the world? I'm gonna let that go. That was an anomaly. I want to see some follow through on that. Otherwise, that just looks like some manipulation. Suddenly, someone decided that gold hit its Wheaties. We pushed above the level that we were considering that, you know, here we are, we're even above this level. Quite up to top of the range that we're in, almost. If we can push this level now with, you know, some consistent movement. Let me go over here to the MT4 and get up through here. Got a little room to run here on the 15-minute. Got a little room to go. Looks like we're clear everywhere else. Pushing through. Let's see what we do here. Oh, okay, coming back a little bit. I like to see this if we're continuing to go back up because we overextended a little bit. I want to see it grab a support and then be able to push off of that again. Okay, we're creating a bit of a flag here on the ring. Let's see if it holds and continues on to the upside. I'm going to look for price to push through this level here on the ring. Through that. I'm looking at that to my left. In the meantime, I'm going to be looking at this chart. I want to watch this delta, this volume delta increase here. I want to see that this little yellow candle here get a little stronger. There we go. And there we go. Okay, getting out because I started to see we were getting a blue candle down here on the volume indicator. Doesn't mean it isn't going to reverse now, but I took 20. Like to get a little bit more. This is an Asia session, and it's Sunday night in late August. Little movements. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. So, we're going to call that what it is, a win. Take it. I think that deserves, you know, its first trade of the week, and it is a winner. Let's have a look at it. All right. All right, now let's see what happens next. We're going to push through again. We might be another trade here. We have chase that. Come back down. Too much of a jerky move for me. I've got a resistance coming up right here, this yellow bar here, and the red resistance right above it here on the 1 minute, up to the same thing on the 5 minute. You know, tempting, would like to take it, but not my trade. Not my trade. We are coming up on the 8 o'clock candle now, also, at in about 7 minutes, 6 minutes. Like it wants to go. Probably could have faded that, but again, it's the Asia session, and I'm not here to, you know, pop wheelies and spin donuts and impress everyone with catching every move. I'd catch the ones that I feel confident about. Confident enough to do in public. if this turns around with some ambition, might be a trade to take right back up to where we were. We are moving in the right direction. We are getting increased volume. One-minute chart looking like support here. Give me a rejection off of that level. That's probably my entry right there. Something's telling me not to take it. Getting a little bit of a bearish delta volume there. I guess that's what was telling me not to take it. See those little blue dots right there? After the yellow candle right there, that bullish candle, telling me that between buyers and sellers, there are more, even just slightly more aggressive sellers right there than buyers. We have 1 minute for the 8 p.m. candle. That could push us back up. But it's unpredictable, so I'm not going to front run that. What we're looking for here we go. This is 20 seconds yet. That. Right there it is right there with this 10 seconds ago. We had the 8 o'clock candle. Overall, the market is indecisive, but at least we are now with both Sydney and Tokyo open. We'll see a little more volume come into the market. This is where over the next hour 10 minutes, we have our highest chance of seeing some worthwhile trades. I mean, possibly coming back down to our level where we could see a repeat of this, or we could see a push through down to the swing level here. Prior to 8 p.m. New York time, I didn't foresee us breaking through the swing low, but now if we manage to get down here, anyone's call. We'll see what happens when we get, depending on price action. Maybe we'll take a trade. We'll also observe at this level, right here where it says low, 34.12 on the futures chart. On spot, we're seeing the thing happen. This is the 1 minute chart, but if we were to look at it at the 10-second chart, we would see the same thing. In both cases, we want to get here to the swing low and react. Push to the downside is something I'm unlikely to take because we have these three. This is the swing low right here. This is what we're looking at, and then below that we have some more resistances. Some more supports we would need to get through, and yeah, we might slice through them like butter. But oh, look at this! Here we're coming down. Oh, you know what? I was wrong. That is not the swing low. Ah, there it is, back there. All right, so it is this third one. So actually, do push through. Here's a trade below that. Pardon me, I've been saying for the last 15 minutes that there is not. All right, I'm watching this chart. The chart that you're seeing now, I have open to my left so I can watch it in real time as I observe this chart. Waiting for the swing low. Things could happen exactly the way I want them to happen before we reach the swing low at this level that we're at right here. But it's not my trade. It's not my trade. So there's a trade for us in either direction here once we hit the swing low. Although I would like to see the strength differential greater between gold and the dollar. But when we're talking about the leapers that I talked about earlier, what do we have here? We have clean left. We're going to see if the push is real. We're in the right session. So we just have to see if we have the leash in which direction. Which direction is this going to go? And here we are, tapping into the swing low. Let's see what happens. And let's try not to get kicked out. Right now my bias is that we're pushing through, but I don't have a confirmation yet. Okay. And it looks like I got out. So that didn't work. Let's see if the swing low holds it and we keep coming down. Not the price action I was waiting for there, though. It's not what I wanted to see. Now I can reverse the trade. But with that swing low there, I don't want to do that. It's a little too dicey. I've already committed. But I'm thinking maybe I committed in the wrong direction, folks. I'll be lucky to get out. Yeah. I'll be lucky to get out. I think it's just going to stop me out at negative 120. But not before it dilly-dallies around for a little bit. Do whatever it's going to do. But I am not optimistic. Yeah, there it's going to stop me out. Saved so far barely by that swing low. Let's see what happens. Barely saved by that swing low. Send it back down. That swing low acted as resistance. Back to 40 negative. I'm thinking, let's just get out before the damage is greater. Holding, hoping here. Wants to go back up and retest that swing low, it seems like, and that puts me at about 100 negative per account. I'd rather not do that. I think I would rather just get out with lower losses here. Not my trade. I don't like the way it's printing here on the 1 minute. I think I'm surprised actually at what it's doing right now. It's acting a little weird. The 1 minute was showing me that it wanted to go up a little bit here. Still might do that. Hit a little bit of a support again. I might just... I'm really hesitating right now about whether I just get it and take this dollar loss, or if it's going to give me another push and let me out with just a slight break. We either break even or a slight win. We're at negative 20 now. We were negative 10 just a moment ago. If we go to negative 40, I'm going to pop out. If we get to positive 10, I'll pop out. Oh, there we were at negative 40. I needed to get out. All right, I actually got out at negative 60. I wasn't paying attention there when we got to negative 40. It popped out right there. Okay. All right. So what happens? What would have happened? We're hitting that swing low. That's what saved me last time. And it looks like we popped through, so I would have been stopped out right there. So I believe I got out with negative 60. Negative 60 on the main account, but negative 30 on the other accounts. So all right. That it is. A little loss. All right, are we coming down though? That's the question. Are we coming back down? Now it looks like we are. So let's see. We're coming right into the M3. I don't want to sell right into that. All right. So let's dissect what went wrong on that trade. Let's see. We took the sell here. Is that right? Is that where we took the sell? Yes, we took the sell here and we got out of it here. No, excuse me. Yes, that's right. We took the sell here, came down. That might be the previous trade. No, that's correct. Took the sell here as we were breaking through. But then it reversed on us. I began lamenting getting into that trade. It seems like if we came down to here, it would have been giving me profit. I would have been able to get out, but it did not show me profit. So, what gives? I got out here. It came up. Right? I was thinking, okay, we're going to get down, we're going to get down, we're going to get down. And we didn't. Did it show me $10? I think it might have, right? Oh, I'm losing my memory here. I'll have to go back and watch the tape. All right, so that trade took place at 8:08. So I'll remember that for the tape. 8:08. All right, now we're coming down again. Gonna break this. Reject it again. We might not have the volume to drive through here, so this could be a buy. Indeed, we will go long here. My leash isn't long enough, so I run the risk of getting stopped out here again. If I get stopped out here, I am going to call for the night because I'm reading the market right. In fact, I think regardless of what happens here, I should probably call it a night because I'm not reading the market right. We already know that. If it lets me out, I'm just going to get out with whatever it gives me. We're not going to make up loss. It's unlikely. Even if it pays me a little bit, we're unlikely to make up the loss. That's what it does. It's going to come back up here and tease me a little bit with some possible profits and then come back down and stop me out. Hear my optimism coming through tonight in both instances. We're stuck here in limbo. Come on, Gertrude. Stopped out. All right, I am going to call it because no way to trade. When you're trading like this, you're better just calling it a night than digging yourself into a deeper hole. So I will be back tomorrow morning. I'm going to call this is 3 trades, losses. Boo. 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 So I will be back tomorrow morning at 7:30 with my trading partner and mentor, Tono Miakoda. We will be focusing on spot gold and futures tomorrow morning. And we will be taking better trades than we did tonight, certainly. Thank you for hanging out. It's always fun to not phone it in. Trading in public, harder than it looks. Anyway, we will see you in the morning and have a great night. Cheers.